Alright everybody, welcome back for another video. We're continuing on getting this FiveM server up and running. We're going, as always, we're doing no edit videos, going through the basic install on these scripts. Now, again, as we say in every few videos, this isn't a full development video. This is just getting it installed, up and running, so you guys can then kind of tinker with it and decide what direction you're going to go with. Now, after the fact, if we're getting all the scripts in, of course, we're going to do a separate playlist where we go back through and do the dev work on the server, so you guys can see how to do some of the extras and maybe make it your own. Again, the only limit in some of this stuff is your own imagination. You can make it as easy as hard or as thought out as you want it to be. So it's always up in the air how far you want to take it or how much work you want to put into it. So let's just keep going on this. We're not going to get into too much of it here. Just going to keep moving forward. As always, if you guys are here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, leave us a comment below. If you are following along this much, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know every time we either go live, which we're going to start with the Kairos pack, is going to be done with a live stream. So, you know, that way you know when we go live or drop these videos. As always, we're going to keep going. We're probably going to have a minimum of 500 in the FiveM series. I don't know what we're up to at this point. I know we've got like 30 something left to go. We started with over 100, plus we've got probably a couple hundred at least more scripts we're going to go through. So it's going to be a pretty big setup of videos in this playlist. And if you guys want to follow along, again, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000, so we can use it to help launch the server, as well as you guys can get into Discord, be part of the project, admin. We're looking for admins, moderators, helpers, whatever you want to be, police, EMS, all the things. We're looking for them at the moment. We're going to start advertising here pretty soon. As always, you can get into the No Filter Nation. We're working on that. That's going to be coming up here in the next week. I'm working on it. I'm about done with all the background stuff, I think. So, you know, trying to get everything going in the back end is a bit of a pain, but we're getting that one going. But again, guys, hit the Discords. Like, comment, subscribe, leave us all the things there so that way we can be in contact with you. And as always, we like to have discussions in the comments. With the YouTube algorithm, like and comment are the pushers for those items now. But we're also, like I said, we're on that road to 1,000, trying to get 1,000 subscribers. That way we can hit the 1,000 and the 4,000 and help build the community. So let's get after it again. So what we're going to do today is, let's just pick one out here at random. Let's see, what are we going to do today? These are nothing we need to do now. Like I said, these are going to be a live stream event. Let's get go ahead and do the mechanic stuff. Screw it. Let's get it out of the way. So we'll start with JG Mechanic on this one. It's one of the newer mechanic scripts out right now. I actually liked it pretty good when we used it. So let's get after this one. Alright, so let's open it up. Alright, so it looks like we got props, text UI, vehicle mileage, and mechanic. There's the readme. Let's see what's on their readme. Okay. Let's see. Full installation instructions. You must have the following set up and insured. We've got all this. We've got QB, we've got Infinity, Oxlib, and the mileage. So that must be that's a dependency that they have to have. So we'll have to drag that in. Alright, and then we can go here. So let's do control, click here, open that. That'll open in our bottom window. And then what we'll do now, really quick, is I'll just put in the other folders. So we don't need this anymore. So we're going to go in here, in here. Did we make something for that? We didn't. Okay. So usually the vehicles have a lot of stuff that goes with them as you move along. So let's just make a separate folder for vehicle stuff. Or let's just call it mechanic. just because there's usually a lot of scripts that go with mechanic. We could actually put it in here if we wanted to. That would probably make more sense. So let's just drop it there. Alright, so first thing we got to do is all of these here first need to go. The only one we probably have to do any work on is probably going to be the mechanic one, but what I want to do really quick, so I want to look at this one. I want to see if there's anything in here we might need to change. Let's see. Framework as auto's fine. Mileage true. It's in miles, so that's good. And it says it shows it on the bottom right. We may need to even turn this off. Yeah, because we have our own stuff for this. Let's just do, okay, so we need to close this, open it here, and open this, because we have a HUD that does this. So we don't need to show mileage from them. So we're going to do false on this. So save that. Because if not, we'll have a duplicated miles per hour at the bottom. We don't want that. That's just going to look dumb. Alright, so the rest of it's just props and text UI. So let's open up the mechanic script again. I think, let's look down here. Here's the installation. And I'll pull up the, let's see, let's do this. Let's see if they've got a, there it is. Let's open this in a new tab here. Alright, this is JG script. That's who makes this mechanic script. Actually, I like a lot of their stuff. The HUD's pretty neat. I've seen it a couple of times. I've never really used it a whole lot. The garage script, I like it pretty good too. This is what we're into right now. This is the mechanic script. I don't really know if I paid that much for it, but if I did, okay. I don't remember. They have a tuning script built in, respray, pricing, stancing. Basically, this is a one-stop shop for most of it. They have a dyno tablet, and then you can get the, was it the tuning script, I believe? Is that the other one that I have? Let me see. It's called handling. So we got a handling pack. It's supposed to help with the handling of the cars. I think that's more along the lines of the old laptop that was Aiding used to put out. Now I still have that script too, and we will do that after this. I'll show you guys if you're interested in that one. I'll show you how to set it up. It's actually an easy one to set up too. But so basically, this is just gives you a rundown of all the stuff it does. Custom car lifts, lighting controls. It's really a pretty decent one once you learn how to use it. And again, I'll link this in the video description so you guys can come and take a look at it if you want. Now, let's get back over here. Let's go back to installation here. Let's see, that's the intro and installation. Here we go. Unzip, of course. Drag all the folders in, which, like I said, I left the one out. And then it says ensure JG. As long as we don't see any errors with it, I don't think that's going to be something we need to do. Now, that's the thing. Gym Mechanic was one too, though. Bring it, since I've seen that, I might as well bring it up. Gym Mechanic was one like this where you had to have it in its own folder, and it had to be insured separately just to make it work the way it's supposed to. So like I said before, when you have these scripts like this that say that, you try it out. And if you have any issues, then you kind of circle back. I just don't like to have a lot of stuff on my server CFG. I like to keep it as streamlined and clean as I can. So, let's see. So, navigate into the inventory folder. You will need to follow a different guide depending on your chosen inventory. So, let's see. Do they have... Don't see. I see a framework. Is that it? Let's see. No. Let's see. Maybe that's the props one. No. Must be, oh, there it is. It's got an inventory folder. Okay. Or an install folder. Alright, so basically we do the images, we do their inventory, and then you do the config. So if it doesn't, if you get SQL errors when you do the install, it does have a copy of the database. Alright, so simple stuff, same as always. So, and I always like to look at them, because you never know. So here's the inventory. So there's your images. So let's open up QBCore items. Holy crap. Okay. Let's see, did they... Oh, okay, I see what they did. Alright, so we're going to... If you guys do this, drop a space in right there. And what you can do is you can grab it from there up. Because he did this as a separate thing, a config thing. So we're going to copy this. We can close it. And we need to back up over here to QBCore shared items. Oh crap, I can't do it that way. Anybody that can code on that thing is better than me. Alright, so here we are. So we're going to do this. We're going to drop this down a couple. Tab over. Do a little green here. And this is JG Mechanic. Oh crap. Wow, people, wow. And I know a lot of people would just leave this as it is, but I just can't do it. If you're a little extra in the beginning, you don't got to go back and do it all at one time. Alright, much better. So you've got service items, engine items, which are engines, electric engines, drivetrain, all-wheel, rear wheel, and four-wheel, or front wheel. Slick tires, semi-slicks, off-road, ceramic brakes, tuning kit, lighting controller. Okay, here's the thing about the lighting. In order to make the undercar light kits and the headlights and all that stuff work, to change the colors, you got to have a lighting controller in your pocket to use it. Just remember that. Stance kit, cosmetic part, respray kit, vehicle wheels, tires, bulletproof tires, extras, nitrous, empty bottles, install kit, cleaning kit, repair kit, duct tape, performance part, mechanic tablet, and gearbox. Alright, so we're going to save that. Close that. We can close this. We don't want to save whatever we did to that. Now we're going to grab the images, which are here. I'm going to back out of there. QB inventory. HTML, images. I almost lost my train of thought there when I was doing that. So we're just going to... Crap, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do this. Remember, if you have a Windows server, copy and paste. If you got a panel server, drag and drop. Alright, back out here. Anytime you do anything with QB, I always say back out, because you never know when you hit the wrong button. Alright, so like I said, the database, you only need it if you have an issue, according to their install. It's supposed to run the server database itself, so we will give it its chance. Alright, next thing we need to do is the config. So in this one, it's probably going to be in the shared folder. Maybe this one. No, that's not it. Is it this one? Not that one. Config maybe? Okay, here we go. This might be what we're looking for. This would be what we're looking for. Alright, you can leave all this the same if you want. It's all on auto. It's going to pick up what you have. Now we have, on my server, we have QB inventory, we have OK Notify, we have a few of these. I'm just going to leave it as it is for right now. The only thing we probably want to do is the banking one. So I want to copy this out and put it in here. Let's do this one. I like this one better. Copy. That can stay the same. We don't really care about that. This one we want to copy. Oh, shoot. Because those I really want to make sure they use what I'm using. Okay. Let's see. English, US dollar, that's fine. Okay. Are you going to use the tablet? If you want to turn it off, you can turn it. I say leave it on. It's up to you. Do you? Aux target, no. Copy. Paste. Okay, skill bars is fine. Vehicle servicing is fine. Nitrous. Stancing, repairs. So you can go in and change all this stuff. Tuning, give, installed, item back on removal. Yeah. If you take out the engine, you don't lose anything, right? Okay. Car lifts, props, first gear. Let's see. Like a lot of stuff you just need to go through. Like, okay, and this one, T/V fix. I don't like that. I like fix. Mechanic admin command. Never even knew it had that, to be honest. Let's see. These are your locations. It's going to be some of the base ones, you know, that's been around forever. See, I think this one starts with. Let's see, I think this one just starts with LS Customs. Yeah, and Benny's. So you got Benny's, LS Customs, and that's it. So you get two. So then you can look at how it's set up and you can expand it. They don't do a lot of stuff. The only thing they tell you is put the logos, go in, they have a logos folder, so the rest of it you just kind of have to work on it your own. Price for your for the what they do, and you don't have to give them everything. So if you want certain shops to do certain parts, then you can remove parts or add, and then you can adjust the prices as necessary. The servers and supplies, that's going to be your store. So you can see the prices here. Engines, or what is that? Yeah, some of the engines. And then you have a parts bin. And auto run SQLs at the bottom. Alright. And he calls that nerd options. That's funny. Alright, let's save this. Close it. Now I want to see something here. Let's see. I want to see if we can add more parts. Engine swap. Here they are. So like if you want to add more engines, you can customize or add new engine swaps here. So these are your options, and it's going to tell you what all this stuff means at the top. So you just have to go off. If you don't know what to put here, go up to the top and find the answer. This is just your engines. This is all of your stuff that you can swap. and it tells you how to make new stuff. So this is what you do to put new stuff into there to change out. What's this one? You don't need to worry about that one. So yeah, so you can config it, and then you can go in and change what the tuning is here. So like I said, adding more engines, transmissions, parts, whatever goes in there. All right, so and then your logos, like I said before, they go in there. I think that's about it for that one. So let's back out and then go back to our location, jobs, mech, and we're going to grab JG Mechanic and drop it. And while it's loading, go ahead, guys, if you haven't already done so, like, comment, subscribe, slap that notification bell. Share this channel with everyone you know in the FiveM community to help grow our channel, as we're going to use all of everything that comes from this one to build out the community and the servers. Nothing goes back to us. It's all reused to either support the servers, buy new stuff, or we're going to put some of it toward launching this podcast as well. So yeah, go ahead, if you don't mind, go ahead and do all that. The like and the comment does help with algorithm. The rest helps with getting the channel to we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So all right, so all that's in. Now what we probably need to do is pull out mechanic. Where is it at? Because we're going to probably have an issue there. So what I'm going to do is, just in case something's off, because it doesn't say to pull it out, but I'm almost positive you would have to. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. If we need it, I can just drag it back in. That's why I say, if you're not 100% sure on stuff, just drag it out to another folder and wait. Okay, now I'm going to go out of there. I'm going to go back to my main panel, and I'm going to delete it from there. It's just easier for me with it being on a panel server. So if you guys ever use these panel servers, it's always easier to delete your stuff through the panel server than actually on the online panel, as opposed to doing it through WinSCP. Then you go back here and you see it's still there and it's gone. All right, now what do we always have to do? We have to reboot. So go here and restart. Okay, that's finishing up, so let's get back up on top. Start up FiveM. Again, guys, if anybody has any questions or problems, comment down below. If you need any further assistance, please jump into the Discord. We recommend to do that anyways, be part of the discussion, or just give us, some direction on what needs to be done or can be done. And if you need any assistance, as long as you are liking and commenting on the videos, we always try to help out. Right, it's coming along there. All right. No, we don't want to do that. Why did it come up for that? Last location. All right. So we're going to go to. We got this one and the original Benny's over here. Benny's is usually set up in the beginning as a open shop, so you usually can just drive in and do whatever. So let's see what options we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to get rid of that. While I'm thinking about it. Where are you at? Oh, I turned the lock screen off. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go to the car. And let's do that one. Did you really drive past me? You jackass. Idiot. All right, self-service repair. Repair the car. All right, so let's look at performance. What can we do here? We can do engine upgrade. It's probably gonna say there's no one around though. Back, let's do that. Check out. But that's how simple it is to do the normal stuff. I see if it'll let us paint from here. I'm just wondering if it's going to want us to have someone in here. Let's do primary. And let's select chameleon. Let's do, how about that one? That looks actually pretty good. Let's just leave it at that. I want to see if it does it or if you have to have someone here to do it for you. Purchase. So it does it, okay. So this one is self-service all the way. It's pretty much just picking what you want done and then the system does it for you. Come on now, door, open. I always hated that door. Alright, so the next one is up here. Question is it set up for this garage or not? I don't remember. There it is. Now this one's going to want a mechanic to be there. Place order, place should. We'll go to this one. See, there's no mechanic here. So, someone needs to be mechanic. So I think the job here is mechanic. Set job, 1 mechanic. we're going to give myself a tablet, give item 1 tablet. Alright, so I should be able to go here and use it. It works right. Let's see. Take T/tablet. There it goes. Alright, so we're going into LS Customs. It's going to say I got a work order. And you can view the work order. It says I need to do a repair. View that. Vehicle cannot. Okay, have to connect your vehicle. So connect vehicle. Connect. There we go. View. Install. You need a repair kit. Okay. So we do F8. Give item 1. Not the right repair kit. Okay, so let's do this. Changing mechanic. That's why it's always good to keep this around. Inventory. Items. Let's see something. What is the mechanic's repair kit for this one? So their tab was mechanic_tablet. That's why I didn't bring it up. Okay. So, should be repair_kit. Okay. So, let's do F8. Same thing, and just put a space into that. Okay, that's the one it needs. So now, if I do view and install, it says go to the engine. This is a rear engine car, so it should have to go to the back. Here and press enter. Oh my god, you gotta do that? Really? Oh my god, I'm not doing that right now. I'll turn that crap off. But you see how it works. You use this tablet to do what you need to do. You can go into servicing. You can do the dyno. You can do tuning, which is where your engine swaps show up, your ceramic brakes, all that kind of stuff. There's the management side, how much money's in the account. Settings, you can change the tablet style, you can change it to the fruit version. But it's a pretty simple system to use. Then you hit log out, and then it should where it puts the shop set in here. I think it's off because of the way that this is set up, but basically you can use the tablet to set up everything. Now we will get further into development for this stuff as it goes on. Here's one of the arrows. So here's your, okay. This is where you come buy your parts. So you got repair kits, all your little things, plates. This is all your little parts you have to have for stuff. That's the one. And why that other one showed up there for. Okay. And there's another one over here. Like I said, this one isn't set up for this. Engine oil, tires, clutch, air filter, spark plug, suspension. And this is where you put your parts at. Like I said, just like any other of these scripts, you just have to work with it. And then if you do the T/tablet, it shows it up. Or you can use the mechanic_tablet. So do F8 again. So it should be mechanic_tablet. Oh, can't spell. That one. Get F8 again. And if we get that tablet, where did it go? This one, okay. This tablet, not that one, is the one you need. Hit F4. There you go. And then you can just log in. So that's pretty much how that works. If you guys have any questions, again, you can always drop a comment below. Jump into the Discord, whatever the case may be. We'll try to help you out as much as possible. Again, these are just basic install scripts, videos. So if you guys need any further assistance, again, get into the Discord, drop a comment below, leave us a like, all the good stuff. We'll help you out as much as possible. There will be another set of videos coming out just for development, spreading these scripts out, showing you guys how to create new shops, as well as new engines, new parts, all the things. I'll teach you how to do the tuning side of it as well, because you have to tune those engines to where there's actually a difference between one and the other, as well as the sound pack and all that kind of stuff. So that's all coming up probably in the next day or two. I'm almost done with the base scripts, so we're going to start development after that. Again, guys, if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, leave us a comment, hit the like button, smash that bell as well, just so you guys can see when we're dropping new videos when we go live. The first live stream will be installing Kairos. So again, guys, jump into the Discords and let us know how you're thinking about things, if you have any suggestions as well. And like I said, I'll see you in the next one. We will be doing the tuning side of this. JG mechanic script, we'll be installing that, or the handling, which is the tuning stuff though, but it's called JG handling. That'll be the next video. So we'll see you in that one. Again, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Have a great day.